Hello and welcome to Morris Park, and thank you for joining me this evening. I had a real good video for you guys lined up, repotting this big Euphorbia horrida var major, but my camera decided to not cooperate, so it deleted my video. Anyhow, I'm going to show you some other interesting things here and show you something about this. I've just replanted this, and I'll give you a look here. I've been doing some repotting lately of some of my plants and my new acquisitions. This, of course, is not. Now, can any of you guess what this is planted in? Of course, anything I get is container-wise. I've modified it, of course. It has a great big hole cut in the bottom of it. This is actually the old crock part of a crock pot. Now, some of you out there are probably saying, that's pretty dark. In the summertime, that'd probably just bake. But the thing is, this will probably be in the greenhouse and have a lot of plants surrounding it, so it'll never get that hot. A little bug you just saw buzzing around there was a mosquito, by the way. We're having a really bad time with mosquitoes this year. See it running there? Anyway, I repotted this plant tonight, and I've made this big video, and of course, like I said, my camera deleted it. Before I really get started here, though, I'd like to thank all my subscribers out there, my 1,000+ subscribers, for watching my channel. I forgot to do this last couple of videos. I'm really sorry, but I really appreciate all you guys watching my videos and liking my videos. I'd also like to thank more than anybody, is Mr. Hans Mueller, the plant daddy. He actually got me going on all this YouTube stuff and videos. I commented on one of his videos, and we talked about a plant I had, and he said I should show it on my channel. I didn't have a channel at the time, so that prompted me to get started. Thank you, Hans. I really appreciate this. Now, on this euphorbia I've just transplanted, you see it's kind of bleeding. Trying to replant these things is really hard to handle them without having some bleeding. So what you want to do with this, spray it off. Now, you don't want to water the whole plant at all, but you don't want that sap just hardening up on there like that. Put it there. And just wash it off. There we go. And that'll take care of that leaking sap. But always remember, folks, always remember, wash your hands after handling these things. These things are toxic. The sap will stick to you like glue. And if you look at my hand here, that's euphorbia sap that's all over it. So I'm going to go inside and scrub real well here in a minute after I get done with this video, because I have personal experience with this getting in my eyes, and you do not want that hitting your eyes. This is really bad. And I even thought I had it scrubbed off, so make extra sure that you scrub your hands and everything, and make sure any sap that's got on you, get it off. On some of your more tender parts, like your wrist and so forth, it can blister you, depending on the species. Some species are more virulent than others. If you get it in your eyes, it's very painful. It'll make your eyelids feel like they've been sunburnt. That was my experience. Eyes will burn. I'm shaking a little bit here because these mosquitoes keep trying to attack me. Anyhow, this big euphorbia major, I've had it for a few years. It needed good repotting. And from the pot you see back there. Now, that pot back there, I would have loved to have kept it in this pot. This pot is over 40 years old. In fact, I got this in 1977 when I was 14 years old. It was sitting in front of a house we rented. I'd been sitting out there for quite some time, you could tell. It's an old pot. And actually, originally, it wasn't even made for planting something in. Somebody actually punched a hole in that and drilled it out. This one wasn't me. I do this quite frequently. Like with this one here, there's a great big hole. I mean, it's the size of a silver dollar in the bottom of this pot, because I want good drainage. But they put a little hole in there and actually did very well for my big plant here because I had some styrofoam chunks in the bottom of it that kind of lifted the soil up and it helped it drain quite a bit. So I got that out. Now this little spot here, and I'll have to hit that with some more water, but that little spot there is from being too tight in the pot. That offset was growing. That's a little dried there. Anyway, the offset was growing right up against the edge of the pot, so it couldn't go anywhere, so it kind of smashed it in there. It's still healthy. But anyhow, I also want to show you tonight some of my new acquisitions that I've gotten potted up. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I showed you some that I got at the Civic Center yard sale, which is like a yard sale of hundreds of vendors of all kinds of stuff, plants and everything. And I got those repotted. And then last week, Deb and I went to TC's junk sale up in Iberia, Missouri. It's not far from us. And they have all kinds of vendors there too. It's kind of the same kind of deal, but it's outdoors. And I actually found 2 other acquisitions that online would have costed me quite a bit of money, but were very, very cheap there. Here we go. Here's my mellow cactus that I bought from the Civic Center. There it is. My adenium. The adenium I actually didn't buy at the Civic Center. I bought this at a Lowe's. I ran into it after we went. And it's rare you see adeniums this size for sale in any of our big box stores or anywhere. And even online, they're quite a bit smaller. I bought a few of these actually off the TV. And they're a bit smaller. So that was a nice big plant. Great caudex on it. Well, last week I had it in a little plastic pot, or actually in a little ceramic pot that it came in. That was not big enough for it. And the plastic pot, it was in a plastic pot that was set inside of it. So I put it in this old crock. It's an old cheese crock. And yes, the bottom of that's been drilled out too. And has a sizable drainage hole in it now. So this adenium can grow well. So Echinopsis. Now I repot all my new acquisitions because a lot of the times the soil you get with these plants is a commercial soil. And the commercial soil is mainly made of peat, like we all know. And so I wanted to replace that. So I've got that all replaced in these. And now at TC's junk sale, what I got last week was this. Look at that, guys. Euphorbia Flanaganii. Now normally, this would probably cost me like $26 online. Now this wasn't in this pot, of course. I repotted it. It's a little plastic 2-inch pot like. 2.5-inch, 3-inch pot. And when I saw it, I had to buy it. Now, I've got a giant one, like most of you have seen my big one that I unboxed and planted. But this I could not pass up. There's actually 2 of these, and I almost bought both of them. I figured, well, I guess this one, the large one I have, is enough. But a nice Flanaganii. Mosquito trying to go after me here. And a Haworthia here, variegated Haworthia. I think it's Retusa. What do you think, Daz? Daz of Cactomania knows these Haworthias inside and out. So, Daz, if you know what that is, you can comment and tell me which one that is. Is that a Retusa? It almost looks like it's made out of ice. It's really nice. Something you just don't see. And this little place, it was just a little plant stand, but they had very healthy, nice plants. Very nice plants. In fact, I'll show you the card. Now, the little stand is called, excuse me, Little Leaf Essentials. They had a very nice stand. As I say, their plants were very healthy. As you can see, very nice plants. Yeah, still swatting those mosquitoes. There's their card. So if any of you are in this area, you can give them a call. But yeah, very nice plants. Very satisfied with them. Look great in their new containers. Anyhow, I just wanted to show you guys all these plants and my big var major. Great big Mr. Horrida. This is a male plant, by the way. One of the other reasons I repotted it too is that it hasn't bloomed in this last year, so I figured it needed some new digs. This ought to do it just fine. I usually don't replant a whole lot of things this time of year, but with new plants, of course, and with this plant that needed it, I went ahead and did it. I'll keep this dry for a week or two, then give it a little bit of water. The roots are actually very healthy on this one I repotted. I wish you guys could have seen it. Been nice. And thank you all very much for watching my channel. If you like, hit the like button and subscribe, please. This is Clyde Morris of Morris Park. I hope you enjoyed my little video. I wish it could have been better. Good evening, thank you, and take care.